Well, it's about 500 minutes later, and so we're doing no win scenario. Hang on. Well, it's about 500 minutes later, and instead of doing Starbase incursion like people should be doing, because it's the test server, we're doing no win scenario. At least that's something worth testing. Why are people queuing for Fed Mirror event on the test server? That's on holodeck already. Oh, and of course, the moment I hit engage on no one scenario, Fed Starbase incursion suddenly starts queuing up. Great! Fantastic! That's fan-fucking-tastic. So this is no-win scenario. This is based off of the,
Combat Simulation 347 loaded.
This
When
is
you are ready
based...
to begin this challenge, approach and signal the civilian transport.
This is based on the Kobayashi Maru, which is a test taken by Starfleet Academy cadets in the Star Trek universe, where they are put in a situation in which there is no possible way to win, and they will die. The idea is to test the character of the cadets and how they will handle a situation where there is no way to survive. Like, can they maintain control of themselves and their crew? That's what this is designed to test. So, our buddy, the operations cruiser, has launched a bunch of worker bees to help keep the civilian transport alive. So I'm going to switch that point. See, I'm going to keep the point defense system because that might come in handy, and I'm going to hit my saucer separation so that we can maximize the amount of shit we have to shoot at things. Because we got an Odyssey cruiser. I'm not sure what kind it is. It's a science cruiser. Yeah, separate all the starships. So we can maximize the amount of shit we have to shoot at things. And again, brief lag. It's a lot of lag going on. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Well, lag, clearly, but, you know. I don't know why. Pass. I'm getting tired of clicking pass on, like, Ferengi lockboxes, have to say. So, firing off that point defense system. That point defense system is quite awesome.
Rear shields failing.
Ow. Okay. Two, one.
Loading simulation at difficulty level 2. Warning, ship is under attack.
Okay. So at some point, this will start spawning bioneural warheads that are essentially space nukes, is what they are. And what this boils down to is essentially horde mode. Like this, and that Starbase Red Alert. That's what they basically are, is their horde mode. You have to survive a set number of waves, with each successive wave becoming more and more difficult. That's what we're dealing with here. Okay, I'm gonna... see where the Waglinde saucer is. The Waglinde saucer may have... and if it has, then I'm going to switch that with antimatter spread. Yeah. Call back the Waglinde saucer.
At difficulty level 3.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Give that time to cool down. And in the meantime, I have antimatter spread that I can use. Gotta love that point defense system. So I'm also keeping a sharp eye out for those bioneural warheads, because I know wave 3 or 4 is about when they start spawning. And if just one of those things gets through, it's over. You get the basic idea of this. The idea is to protect the freighter for as long as you possibly... That's a Bortosk. And my antimatter spread isn't working. It's on cooldown now. Oh, it worked. Huh. Well, I'm gonna kill this Bortosk, because that Bortosk is mega frickin' dangerous. So you shall not pass.
Program paused. You have 15 seconds to prepare before the difficulty level increases.
There we go. That should keep...
Loading simulation at difficulty level 4.
Okay. Put that shit in your pipe and smoke it. Uh-oh, I see bioneural warheads. Gotta kill those things. These things have their own shields, they have their own point defense systems. You gotta be careful with them. You can't take them lightly, because they can take a beating. They'll take a licking and they'll keep on ticking, and as long as they're ticking, that ship is at risk. Okay. Ooh, I'm being shot the shit. Ah. Bioneural warhead, stop it, stop it! Oh god. Oh.
Loading simulation at difficulty level 5.
God, that respawn timer is vicious. It's like 30 seconds on your first death. Jesus. That is unforgiving as shit. That's really goddamn unforgiving. Little impulse burst to get me into the fight. No, you don't. I don't. I don't. Ah! Damn it! Jesus Christ! 30 seconds on your first death, a full minute on your second. That's not a penalty, that's just dumb. So, where are my fleet marks now? 127. Prototype Borg shield tech. Yeah, I'm trying to get that too. The Mako Mark 11 shield just looks
Civilian
bad.
transport has been destroyed. Ending simulation.
Yeah, fish and mailed, I get it. So that was no-win scenario. Basically, they made it as hard as it is now because they got pissed that people were winning it. People were winning the no-win scenario, and we can't fucking have that shit. So you know what? Here's Wave 5. Now it's Wave 1. It's Horde mode. It's what it is. It's Horde mode. It's not that it's bad, mind you. It's just that it's Horde mode. That's what it is. So, now that I've done no-win scenario, maybe I can do Starbase Incursion. Yes! We are queued for Fed Starbase Incursion. Will it go, though? Will Fed Starbase Incursion commence? Alright, everyone, this is AlchemistiD, and we are here at K7 for the last bit of our little exhibition of the stuff that's going to be hitting holodeck either this week or next, probably. And, yeah, sorry I could not get into Starbase Incursion. I've literally waited forever for it, and I'm just moving on. Nobody's queuing for it for whatever reason. Everybody's queuing for everything else, including stuff that's already on holodeck, which I find incredibly irritating. So we're going to begin our little tour of the new shipyard, or what's new in the shipyard, here with the addition of Ye Old Light Cruiser, Ye Old Miranda, in the shipyard. Now, there's an interesting thing about this. There was previously a Miranda that was basically a Tier 2 ship in the shipyard. And people who bought that thing before it got nerfed back to this still have those. Or at least there was a Miranda that was equivalent to a Tier 2. So I'm thinking C-Store maybe at some point? Or Z-Store? I'm not calling it the Z-Store. C-Store. I'm thinking C-Store at some point. Updated Miranda. But if you wanted to get your old ship back and you sold it on accident or discharged it or what have you, here you are. You can get it for 8,000 dilithium on the cheap. And yeah, there you are. There's your Miranda. It's not a Tier 5 or anything else, but it's your Miranda. It's your old ship. So all of the new ships that are coming are Vice Admiral. So we're going to go ahead and jump over there because that's where the goodness starts. Now here's what we got right now. An Exploration Cruiser retrofit. So I'm going to do this by category. So since we've started on a cruiser. So we started here on the Exploration Cruiser retrofit. It's the Waglinde. It's, you know it, you love it. Well, some of you do. Some of you are just mean. But then you get the Dreadnought Cruiser, which is the Galaxy X from All Good Things. You got the you got a bunch of Odyssey variants, and I wanna give you a nice little contrast. So here's the Galaxy. It looks cool. That's the Exploration Cruiser retrofit. I'll zoom in real close so you can see the hull up close, as well as you can, anyways. So now we're gonna go to the Fleet Exploration Cruiser retrofit. So to compare, it has the same BOF layout as the Exploration Cruiser retrofit, which I don't really like that much. I think that Ensign console could have been made a universal easily enough if they were trying to improve it. But it has, so the differences are it has 5 engineering console slots, which people took umbrage with. So did I. If they really wanted to improve it, because it's already very tanky, it doesn't need a 5th engineering slot. A 3rd tactical slot is something it desperately needs, and that's something I've learned on my journey through this new fleet content, is that the Exploration Cruiser, even the fleet version, is gonna need some juice, and it's not getting that. Cryptic in general seems to have I don't know what it is. They have this idea of the Exploration Cruiser in their head as this immobile rock, and which is so not true. And they seem to really have it in for the Exploration Cruiser, or the Galaxy class. I don't know why. I don't know what their malfunction is when it comes to the Galaxy class, but they really, really have it in for it. Something fierce. I mean, this is like back to day one. So, but the differences are, it has a 5th engineering console slot. It is the same crew, same turn rate, same device slots. It is a 1.1 shield modifier. The Exploration Cruiser retrofit only has a shield modifier of 1. So, slightly stronger shields. It has 4,000 more points of hull. The base hull of the Exploration Cruiser retrofit is 40,000. The Fleet Exploration Cruiser retrofit is 44,000. So, that's... yeah, it is stronger. It's tankier, but that doesn't necessarily mean better. I'll probably still get it. But, yeah, that doesn't mean it's that much better than the retrofit. The retrofit is, unfortunately. Cryptic strikes again. But one of the things you do get when you get the fleet version of a ship is what? I hate it when someone starts pimming me while I'm recording. Anyways, the thing you do get when you get the fleet version of a ship is you get this. And this is the fleet skin, and you know, I'm gonna ignore you in a minute. So this is the fleet skin, and it looks like crap. Yeah, I don't see myself flying around in this a lot. It's interesting, to say the least. I hope that these aren't the, I hope that these aren't the only escape pods and windows I can use. I don't like the windows at all. They just kind of look not there. I don't like the way the escape pods glow. And you don't have to use this skin. You can use the normal skin, but and I intend to, but this, like, it looks good on other ships. I'll give it that, but on the Galaxy it looks kind of I don't know. I may have to think about this for a while. But yeah, it's got a bunch of shiny stuff on it. It's got a bunch of glowy bits. The windows are just kind of sprinkled on. They're really odd looking. It's... Anyways, I don't know about this material, man. It's kind of It looks pretty-ish, yeah. I mean, it looks good on some ships. Like, here's the Fleet Star. Okay, maybe not. I was thinking maybe, you know, look, from certain angles you look at it, yeah, that looks pretty cool, but it's just so dull and gray and brownish gray and busy. And there was actually a different version of this, I believe. Like, the Luna had a different version. And let's look at the Luna. Let's look at the Fleet Advanced Research Vessel. Yeah, it looks basically like the Galaxy. But, you know, on some ships it looks okay, but, on others it just looks really, and unfortunately on the Galaxy it looks really, and there was another version of this skin. I am damn certain there was. I'm very certain that there was another version of the skin that was darker, and it looked really good. And then I think they changed it to this. I'm certain there was. I'm certain that's why I'm certain that's why you can't see the Luna under Fleet Reconnaissance Vessel right now. Is because it was the Luna skin. It was the default skin that the Luna showed up as for a while. So I think they had a problem with the Luna and they took it out of the shipyard, or not out of the shipyard, but the display. They removed the display of the Luna because there was something going on with the... I don't know. I just know that the Luna looked better. It looked better than this. It's kind of ugly. I'm not gonna lie. This is not hyperbole. It's pretty hideous looking. Then again, you have ships like here. This is the Comet. I think this is the Comet. The Comet that it looks okay. You know, there are ships that it looks okay on. Ships that it looks nice and clean on. But then you look at the Galaxy and it's just no. It's not that. It's not really good looking. Get your Fleet Science Vessel retrofit. Again, the regular Nova looks... Just the regular Nova, which is the Type 1 skin, looks way better. Your Fleet Advanced Research Vessel retrofit. And again, the regular Nebula looks way better. I don't know. You get your Fleet Intrepid. And again, here's a ship that it looks kind of cool on. Even though it doesn't match up, because this is generating red light when the torpedo launchers are blue. So there are times when it doesn't match up, and the red and green lights are all blue as well. So yeah, there are times when it doesn't quite look really good. Heavy escort carrier, the Fleet heavy escort carrier, the Akira kind of looks cool. Looks pretty okay on the Akira. What I'm interested in seeing is this skin on a Venture. Because I got the Venture, and the Venture is compatible. The Venture is compatible with the Fleet ship. So if you got the Venture skin, you can use that here. For example, I have the Exploration Cruiser retrofit. I have the saucer separation console. I can use that on the fleet version. I can use the Venture skin on the fleet version. So that will be the see. Let me see. Cruisers, fleet heavy cruiser. By the way, there's your tier 5 heavy cruiser, or your super tier 5 heavy cruiser. You got your tier 5, your regular tier 5 heavy cruiser right next to it. So yeah. Now you can have your super tier 5. Your super Cheyenne. Yeah. Your super Kit Bash. But yeah, the Fleet Exploration Cruiser retrofit. The Venture is compatible with it. So I am interested in seeing what that skin looks like with a Venture attached to it. But in all reality, I'll probably just use the Venture skin on it. Yeah, I'll either use the Galaxy with Type 2 hull or the Venture, and yeah, that'll just be that. Sad to say, but yeah, there are a couple other surprises as well, though it didn't show up in others. Maybe under small craft. We shall see. Okay, no Vice Admiral level small craft escorts. Maybe it's in here. Fleet Tactical Escort Retrofit. There's your Super Defiant. Your Super Duper Defiant. It can use the quad cannons. It can use the cloaking device. It can use the Sao Paulo skin. See, oh, well, it doesn't show it, but it can use it. You got your Fleet Patrol Escort, which used to be the Fleet Escort, the Fleet Escort used to be called the Fleet Escort. Now it's called like the Blockade Escort or Patrol Escort or what have you. You got your Super Duper Saber, your normal Saber, and I believe the Rapier. No, it's not in there. But the Gladius class is compatible. And there's your regular Tier 5 Saber, there's your regular Tier 5 Defined. And here's the big surprise, is you can obtain an Aquarius Destroyer. That ship that detaches off of the back of the Odyssey, you can get one and fly it around. And it has 2,400 hull. So yeah, it's a small ship, so it has like way low hull. But it's got 4 tactical consoles, a base turn of 16, shield modifier of 6.68. So yeah, it's small. It's small, but it's got a commander tactical slot and a lieutenant commander tactical slot. It's got 2 universal slots and an engineering lieutenant. So it's tiny, but it's scrappy. And then you got the fleet version, which is slightly stronger. It's got 26,000. Is that 26 or 28? 26. 4 engineering slots, 4 tactical slots. Slightly higher shield modifier. This is the version of the Aquarius you want, basically. If you're going to be flying one around, this is the one you're going to want for the survivability of it. It looks cool. It's based off of Perpetual. It and the Venture are based off of Perpetual designs. So I will probably get an Aquarius just for that reason alone. I'll probably save up fleet credits for the Fleet Exploration Cruiser Retrofit and the Fleet Aquarius Destroyer, because they are both inspired from the designs from Perpetual when they were developing Star Trek Online. And this one has a neat little animation with its engines, which you have probably seen when you've gone to warp with if you use a C-Store Odyssey with the Aquarius console equipped. And this is one of those ships where the fleet texture looks really cool. Like, for some reason, the smaller a ship is, the better the fleet textures look on it, it seems. That's what I think, at least. Like, the smaller it is, the better it looks with the fleet texture. Like, it's a really nice skin for smallish kind of ships. For larger ones, not so much. For larger, more detailed ones, it kind of falls flat. I'm kind of shocked that that they removed the Fleet Sovereign, though. There used to be a Sovereign retrofit and a Fleet Sovereign retrofit. So, I don't know. Or was there just a Fleet Sovereign? I don't know. So I've taken you on a tour of the science vessels, right? This one always looked kind of ugly. Isn't there really no way to make this one look pretty? I don't know why they kept it designed this way. I think when they started making their passes on ships, they should have redesigned this one to be more in line with the Olympic from All Good Things. Just a thought, because this one looks nothing like it, and that one looks really cool. So I think I still have like the micro machine of the Olympic, but anyways, that's my little tour of the various areas of interest on Tribble right now. Sorry I couldn't get into Starbase Incursion or Colony Invasion. Kind of got stopped when it started. So, but that's pretty much all she wrote for this episode of Fleet Ops. With any luck, the next episode of Fleet Ops UC will be the first actual episode of Fleet Ops, where we get the starbase kicked off. You know, the cutting of the rope ceremony on the starbase for the fleet that still does not have an actual name yet. Yes, so until then, this is AlchemistiD, and I will see you guys later. So, later!